understand what you're saying. No.
There it is.
Let's hear it.
Well, let's hear it.
Talk to us. Uh-oh.
Beadle and Decker, taking on sports talk like no one else. Michelle Beadle,
I'm just helping. I'm helping America one by one.
Cody Decker.
I 100% believe in revenge. Revenge is a great thing.
Back to the sports.
Back and ready for more.
Every time I tune them out, they pull me back in.
It's Beadle and Decker. Here's Michelle and Cody.
And nailed it.
It's real. There she
Is it
is.
happening?
It's happening.
Monday.
You are heard.
It's a
You are
Monday.
seen. It's a thing.
I don't see you though.
It's because I'm right here. And why wouldn't I
Oh.
focus on me when it's a Michelle Beadle Monday, Michelle Beadle?
God, I was like, this is awkward. It's just me staring at myself. Like, oh, no.
Welcome back, man. How was your weekend?
I mean, it was look, I know there are people on the East Coast and elsewhere where it's not
Mhm.
perfect weather yet. Your spring is
Mhm.
coming. But holy crap, it was, to put it in perspective, the beach is never hot, right? Like we're usually
Right.
10 to 12 degrees cooler than everywhere else in Los Angeles. The valley's always hot as hell, whatever.
Mhm.
I literally went on like a 4-mile walk actually yesterday from Marina Del Rey down through Venice and back, all beach.
Look
It
at
was
you.
88 degrees at the beach. The beach was so crowded, but not in a way that was like, ugh, I hate it here. It just looked happy and
Yeah.
joyous, and the sun was perfect. It was one of those days where I was like, I'm pretty glad I'm here today. This is good.
It was as nice as it gets. I was down in Hermosa all weekend and it was
Nice.
great. All I did was eat food and drink a lot of wine. It was fantastic. And it was really beautiful outside. You know what actually ended up happening yesterday? So there's a restaurant out here called California Chicken Cafe. There's a bunch of California chicken
Yeah.
cafes. In fact.
Oh yeah.
I have spent my entire youth going to California Chicken Cafe. A lot of chicken wraps, a lot of grilled chicken, a lot of healthy, good like stuff, and I really love their stuff. So I order it for lunch yesterday, and my better half says, "Hey, we're going to a party right on the Strand." And by the way, the Strand, in case you don't know this about Hermosa Beach, is like it's basically the boardwalk all the way. It's like the Venice boardwalk, only very clean and very nice. So it's like the boardwalk, only houses, like really nice houses were there. We
Nice.
get there. It turns out it's the owner of California Chicken Cafe, and I got to take a look at the house that I built for him because I basically supplied him all of his money since I was 13.
That's the way to do it. That I know.
It was awesome.
By the way, I did that with Zillow yesterday. There were a few places that were for rent. I was like, if I'm gonna be out here for a while, maybe I want to get even closer to the water than I already am. And I was doing that. There was one house that was having an open house. So funny. Like, it's crazy because you do have people walking like basically in your front yard all day, but your front yard also happens to be the sand that leads to the beach, which
Yes.
that's really hard to beat. So if you're cool with that, it's fine. And there was a house, huge open windows. They're having open house. I Zillow it. And I was like, how much could it be? 12 million. I was like, dang.
That's all, just 12 million. That's okay. Just undercut your dad's ranch and we can get that house tomorrow.
So can I have my portion now? No, it's fun. And look, I keep playing the lottery. Like, that's still an option. We're not done with that. But yeah, yesterday was glorious. It was a great weekend. My Spurs are,
Dude.
that was starting on Thursday night, dismantling Detroit. They have not slowed down at all. They have a tough week. Like, they play some teams starting with, I think, Boston up first. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one, but
Dude, in Boston. Of
Yikes.
course, Boston. Of course,
Bro.
Boston. Like, by the way, I've had so many conversations before we get into everything, and there's plenty to talk about, and there's plenty to talk about on the NBA side, and let's be real clear, a shit ton to talk about right out the gate for the NFL side because a lot has
what's
happened
happening?
already. A wild day so far. Do you understand any of this stupid narrative around the Celtics? Why is it? And this seems like the only team that actually has this going on with them. But why is it that everyone's created this narrative or put in their head that Jason Tatum coming back somehow is a bad thing for fucking the Celtics? Can anyone make this sense to me?
No, and by the way, it's so simple to think about, right? Like, think about any business. Think about a hospital. Got a hospital. The neurosurgery department just added one of the best neurosurgeons to an already stacked neurosurgeon.
But what
team.
about the neurosurgeon that's already there?
And by the way, I don't know that you get bigger egos than the surgery world. But that being said, heart surgeon, whatever. How is it a bad thing to add another person that's freaking fantastic at their job? Like, yeah, no, it is. It's become, and I'm sure I was guilty of this on past shows and different jobs, what have you, because it's a very boring font. Whose team is this? Whatever. It's beyond uncreative, and we're done. Like, we were doing this years ago, and then they won a championship, and I felt like, okay, we're good. And Jalen Brown was the MVP of
Sure
that
was.
championship, and it didn't change anything in my mind. I'm like, it's a two-headed snake. Wrap your heads around it. It's a two-headed snake that, quite frankly, sucks if you're a team of anybody else in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, you just.
They were all thinking like, okay, cool, man, cool. Boston's not even going to be a problem. So like, let's just look at the lineup. Like, if you're the Knicks, you're like, we could take Cleveland, we feel good about. And then Boston's just like, hello, we're back, and we're better than ever, apparently. So good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So death, taxes, and then the Boston Celtics arrive again. But before we get in, we are talking a little basketball later. Let's get into some other stuff real quick, Michelle, because you hinted at it before we get into the sports of it all. And yes, we will get into the NFL in just a second. How do you feel today? Because why do we still do this to ourselves? Officially spring forward. So it is spring. I don't give a shit what the date says it is. It's spring because we just went forward. Michelle, I'm going to ask you a very simple question. Why do you think we celebrate? And I can't believe I used the word celebrate. Why do you think we do daylight savings?
Originally or now?
Both, because I know all of the answers. I hate how deep of a dive I had to do to make sure I knew this was correct.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't we told, like, our whole upbringings, that it was related to farming? And then
yes, we were.
Didn't somebody squash that and say that's not actually it?
It is nothing to do with farming. In fact, farmers hate it for multiple reasons. One, cows, they were like, well, it's for the cows. Cows don't give a shit about what time it is, by the way. Yeah, not them. Then they were like, well, it's for the dew. No, if we spring back, then farmers have to wait for the dew an extra hour. So you're actually cutting away daylight. It has zero to do with farming ever.
Wow, by the way, that was great propaganda then, because that was my whole childhood.
Incredible, right? Because that's what I thought. It's for the farmers. And every farmer's like, no, it fucking isn't.
Damn. Okay, what is it? I have no clue. What could it be? Another hour of production? I don't know. What is it?
Actually, I hate that this is true, kind of. So the reason why we ever started daylight savings started in World War I. Daylight savings was a World War I started in Germany for a energy saving platform, because at the time our energy was different than it is now. So they needed to save energy. As time went forward, we adopted it for some reason in the 1960s, because ever since World War I, it was kind of a time free for all as far as that came. And they actually made it standard in the 1950s or 60s. And the reason they gave was none of the reasons. They just did it. And then, and this is why we still do it. Apparently, it's because of consumerism.
Okay, there it is.
Numbers show that if the stores are open with more daylight, people tend to spend more money in consumerism products.
Makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. When it gets dark, I'm like, well, I should be in bed. Like, that's how my brain works. And by the way, Joanna, I always forget this too, because when I'm driving through Arizona after a time change, I'm like, wait, they don't do their clock. They don't change their clocks there, so they get to not have to deal with this bullshit twice a year. You know what? If they just kept this version of day, like,
I'm fine with this.
What I like. Yes.
Keep it right here. Keep it right here all day. Because I agree with you. I hate it. But you know what I hate? I hate spring forward, because all day I have felt at least an hour behind.
And my shiggle is going to dive into the specifics of why you feel like shit and who feels like shit more than anybody else today, which is there is a group of people that definitely do. So yeah, it's a weird version of sort of jet lag without the fun of travel. I'm a morning person, so honestly, it doesn't matter to me. Like, whatever, I do like having an extra hour of sunlight, because it makes me feel like there's a depression that comes with darkness earlier in the day, right? We all know that, especially when you live somewhere cold and it's dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, it's very hard to not feel it's depression. It F's with your brain a little bit. So I'll take this version and then never change it again, please and thank you.
All right, let's get into it all real quick. All right, fine. Sports. You'll all be happy. We're going to talk about sports real quick. Tua got fired. No longer in Miami, but apparently, if you believe rumors, Michelle, he will be an Atlanta Falcon by the end of the day.
Yeah. And also, doesn't he still get the 56 million from Miami?
Sure does.
Damn, dude.
Not
That's
bad.
nice. That's
Not bad.
nice.
Nice.
Look, he clearly is not even remotely close to saying that he's done playing the game of football, but you give me $56 million.
I'll go away.
You never need to see me again.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm
with a young family. Look, I'm also some people don't want to be home all day. It's a very stark and jarring change to live the life of an athlete, coach, whatever, fill in the blank, and then all of a sudden have all this free time, and now you are forced to sort of be at home. That's not for everybody.
No.
Some people take a while to realize that, but they're like, I don't want to be home all day with my family and kids. So, but he is good for him, man. Miami new regime came in and just started changing everything. Which, by the way, if you're a fan, I have to believe that you're excited about that they're actually active.
Yeah. Also, you got to be excited that they just got a new quarterback as well. Malik Willis, as we all kind of expected, was going to be coming down from Green Bay with his Green Bay coach joining down there. So that's a hell of a new beginning for Malik Willis, who was practically like out of the game 2 years ago and had one hell of a resurgence when Jordan Love went down.
Not only was he almost out of the game, the fact that he's so highly coveted. By the way, I also love that none of these things can be official until Wednesday. But we're recording them all as they're done. Like, can we just change the deadline? What are we doing? This is semantics.
It's so dumb. It really is dumb.
Maybe they're going to sign Malik Willis on it. Okay. But it's pretty cool to go from a guy whose future was very unsteady to like the belle of the ball and the highly coveted quarterback that was out there. So yeah, get to go reunite in Miami. It's not a bad thing. Living in Miami with a whole bunch of money is actually the way to do Miami.
It's pretty badass. It's pretty badass. Also, Kenneth Walker III, no longer a Seattle Seahawk because he played too well in the Super Bowl. So he basically priced himself out of Seattle. But he's going to Kansas City, a place that really needed him. So 3 years for him. Congratulations, Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, and I think a lot of us will be curious to see when Patrick Mahomes is back, what that Kansas City team looks like, right? They are very much I feel like they're in a Golden State Warriors kind of position because we're not 100% sure, although I think Patrick Mahomes will come back fine. I think he'll be great, but there will be some changes. I mean, has Travis Kelce made anything official?
The rumor is, and it was reported this morning, that Travis Kelce is expected to return for one more season, at least one more season.
Like
no,
fair.
Dude, could you? Like, honest to God,
and you
that
didn't
is
have your guy. Like, I don't want to go out without having one chance with my guy again. Like, I get that.
Completely agree. Right? Also, on top of that, this one's actually a little more interesting because this is actually breaking news. Congratulations, apparently, to you San Francisco 49ers fans who really needed another receiver. You didn't just get one. You got arguably one of the best ones out there. Not to mention, you got your hands on a Hall of Famer. Mike Evans, apparently signing a 3-year deal. No longer in Tampa Bay. San Francisco. By the way, Michelle, is there a better division in football than the NFC West? You got the Rams, you got the defending champion Seahawks, and now you got this in San Francisco, by the way.
No, it's pretty awesome. He is a constant, a staple, if you will, on the Michelle Beadle fantasy football team year in, year out. I always put Mike Evans on my team because if he's playing, he's a guaranteed touchdown or two. So I just keep him on there at all costs. It's a hell of a move, man. It's good for him. It's almost geographically one of the longer moves you can make from Tampa to San Francisco. Like, it's one of the better, like, I don't know why I care about that, but I do. I worry about him. Is he going to get a U-Haul? Like, that's going to be a really long move, but I think he's going to be all right.
You know, it's funny you mentioned U-Haul real quick, Michelle. And this has been crossing my mind a lot lately. Last week, I took a couple of days and went to, like, on midweek, I went to Joshua Tree, of which I've never actually been to Joshua Tree. I've gone to Palm Springs times in my life. But, you know, Joshua Tree is more of like wilderness, middle of nowhere. Got this little Airbnb.
I feel like you got to go with someone.
Dude, I love that place. I didn't know how much I love just being in the middle of the desert out of nowhere. I found this one place that had like a jacuzzi like in the middle of nowhere, and just like I sat there watching just the sunrise in a jacuzzi one more. Dude, I want to get like an RV now.
I know. I sometimes see those fancier ones, or if you pimp out like a Sprinter van in a way that you can sleep in it, like something like that. Yeah, Joshua Tree. I think that house, have you ever seen Architectural Digest has done a thing on it a million times, but it's the house that's made completely of glass. It's literally like one
Yes, it's
long ass,
so cool.
and you can rent it. Like I think you can Airbnb it, which would be amazing to do that. The Stupid Housewives did an episode from there, which ruins everything, but I still want to go. Like I'm still back in. I'll go I'll go fine. Yeah, Joshua Tree looks good. I love the desert. I feel like I should go to the desert more. It's right there.
It just turns out I didn't realize how much I loved glamping. Glamping is the shit.
I've never glamped. I think I would like glamping.
Michelle, glamping is the shit. And I bring that up not to completely make a massive left turn, but I got to bring this up. I know you're probably not watching, but I'd like to sell you on it. The World Baseball Classic, Michelle, is so good.
Why?
It is so good because you're watching grown men truly act like children in a good way. I've never seen more fun had by multimillionaires on a field than I'm watching right now. The Dominican team is so much fun. The Japanese team is so much fun. Puerto Rico, Venezuela. It was funny because Venezuela took on Israel, a team I played for in the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, is that what was happening? I heard Israel was getting their butts handed to them.
They got their asses handed to them, and they got their asses handed to them today as well, unfortunately for them. They did win a game against Nicaragua, so they do qualify for the next one. But I was watching them against Venezuela, and before the game, Venezuela was doing this crazy, just fun dance, and they're just having a blast in their dugout, and to which I just said, uh-oh. I have a feeling my guys are about to get their shit kicked out of them, and they did. But I want to show you something.
And they did.
And they did. Michelle, I want to show you something just like how much this is actually meaning to people, because I'll give you an example. Korea is a baseball powerhouse in the world, but in the World Baseball Classic, they have been getting knocked out early. I'll start in 2017. I played against them in Korea for Israel. We beat them, and they got knocked out of their own hosted tournament. We moved on to Japan. Last tournament, they got bounced in the first again. Well, this year, they go ahead and they go to the finals in Japan. It's going to be between Japan. Japan's getting into the next round. Korea needs to win this game against Australia and score 7 runs against Australia, or else they will not move on. Australia.
So they have to, obviously they have to win, but do they have to win by 7 or just score 7?
They have to win by a run differential of a specific number. So they needed 7 runs, and they needed to specifically hold them to like 3 runs, which led to this. And I just want to show you how excited I want to make this abundantly clear. They win this game, but it's not that they win this game, it's how they win this game. Because if they won this game, they could have still not moved on. Here's Korea moving on, and I just want to show you how important this was to this team.
Popped up on the infield. From do or die to flying high to Miami, Korea moves on in the World Baseball Classic.
Hold on. By the way, I have legit goosebumps, but I just saw the name Whitcomb on the back of someone's jersey. That's not very Korean.
I don't like this version of you, Michelle. I don't like this unwelcoming version of you.
I actually love world competitions because it teaches people, men in this case, to like appreciate their heritage, their family ancestry, even if it means figuring out a goddamn way to get on a different team. I actually like it, but it is funny when you see Whitcomb. What the hell?
Well, I'd like to give you another example. And this one's a little more personal to me because there is on the team Puerto Rico. You and I have actually discussed Puerto Rico a little bit. Remember, Bad Bunny was trying to pay for a lot of the insurance and some players.
He's at the games in Japan.
Yeah,
he was there.
He's providing spikes, like sweet Bad Bunny Adidas spikes to the team. Well, the Puerto Rican team is still very good, but they are missing some superstars that are from Puerto Rico. They're rolling a slightly younger team out there, and one of the kids on the team is a guy named Daryl Hernaiz, who I used to train, born and raised in El Paso. His dad is Puerto Rican. He's with the A's right now. I traded him from the age of 18 to like 21. Well, he gets in at bat and has a moment in Puerto Rico. Michelle, I don't know what to tell you other than this is just purely electric. Take a look what Daryl Hernaiz did for his countrymen.
Biggest stage in international baseball. And the 1-2 crushed left field line deep. Puerto Rico. Increíble.
Wait for this, Michelle. Wait for it. Puerto Rico's never been louder.
I mean, that is this is just to move on.
That was just a walk-off win in game 2 of this tournament. That wasn't even to move on. That's how electric this is. Michelle, Dominican are hitting home runs and pimping them in ways I've never seen pimped in my life. This is such fun baseball that even Michelle Beadle would sit down and be like, this is it.
I gotta, you know what? I always root for the world. So I guess I have 1,000 teams to choose from. How many countries are represented, by the way, off the start?
So that are official. Here are the teams that are officially moving on to the next round. You have Japan, you have Korea, you have the Dominican, you have Venezuela, you have US is likely going to move forward as well, and probably Mexico. We got some great powerhouse baseball going forward, and I still think the best 3 teams is Japan, Dominican, and then US. I cannot wait to see where this goes. But then again, tonight, US versus Mexico, that's not a penciled in victory for the United States. I know where you're going. Fiesta!
A lot of that we've pissed off in the last year. So yeah, very interesting roster of nations. No, that's I know it's the games are on at night, right?
Both. There's the games. The early morning games are ending right now. Colombia is about to beat Panama. The Dominican just beat them, and tonight we'll have at, I believe, 5 p.m. We will have Pacific time, I should say. We have U.S. versus Mexico, I believe, on Fox. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Michelle, I'm telling you, it's just. I know you are a baseball casual. This baseball would make you want to watch baseball all the time.
But I want to know how many nations start the WBC.
I believe it was closer to like 16, pool of 16 teams. 20? 20, 5 per bracket.
20. 4 pools of 5. Yeah. Damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Another thing. I'm obsessed with this tournament. I just dig it. But let's go ahead and get away from the sports. And even though no Shane, no problem. Let's do some of Shane's quick hitters. We'll keep it simple today, Michelle. Question number 1. What sport needs a World Cup?
Whoa. I mean, basketball would be awesome. But
I think it's basketball too.
Yeah, like I don't know. Football, that's not a thing.
Not enough.
Basketball's pretty damn global. And when we saw like how fun it got when they last Olympics, like that was legit fun. So I'm gonna go basketball.
I'm going to go basketball too. We got a glimpse of it this year at the All-Star game. Do you think that's did that wet the palate enough for you, or was it not enough?
Oh God, yes. No, it's plenty. Also, I look and we got a little ripped off with the injuries and whatnot, or guys not playing. But I think if they're representing their own nation, like it's just a different animal altogether. So yeah, that for me would be amazing. If we got something like that every 4 years, I'm in.
Question number 2. Who is your favorite actor that you don't think ever truly got their due?
Damn. Okay. Do you have one?
I do.
You do? Okay, what is yours?
I still think to this day it's criminal that Val Kilmer did not win an Oscar for his portrayal of Doc Holliday. I think it's like one of the best performances in any movie ever. And if you remove Val Kilmer from that movie, it's unwatchable.
That's a good one. God, that's a good one. I know. I'm thinking of like the Gary Oldmans of the world. Like,
yeah.
I feel like people I don't know that he's a household name for everyone. Maybe he is. It doesn't feel like it. Because I still know people who don't know what Slow Horses is. And I'm like,
which is insane.
How? It's one of the best television shows ever. I don't get it. So I might go Gary Oldman. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of his IMDb page. That's what's crazy. He's been doing this for like 30 years. So I might go him. I also love him. So
I love.
And by the way, young Gary Oldman, when he always like a bad guy, like yes, please.
Young Gary can get it. Young Gary could absolutely get that shit. Next question for you. Final question. What is your favorite band with the worst singer?
Oh, well, right now or ever?
ever, or both.
Well, because I don't know if you've heard Motley Crue lately.
The answer is Motley Crue.
Cool. I've now seen them in concert like a couple times in the last 6 or 7.
Vince is bad. This is real bad.
And the problem is he is very bad. And then you go back and you're like, was he always bad?
I think he was always bad.
I mean, not like this bad, but like the thing about it is I don't know if in his mind he's like, oh, we're just one band that's doing nostalgia tours. How bad can it? No, I've seen all of the other ones that are doing nostalgia tours. They sound fine. Even Axl Rose, like he sounds fine. And when he can't hit the certain notes, he just doesn't try. Whereas Vince Neil, like, I don't know what he's I don't even know what he's saying anymore, actually.
Yeah, Axl's very smart. When he gets to those notes, he puts the microphone out to the crowd and lets them do it for him. Yeah, that's how you do it. Vince, and this is just the truth about Vince Neil. Vince Neil never could sing. You know how I know that? If you go back and watch the Motley Crue Behind the Music. Yeah, I'm dropping a VH1 Behind the Music talk right now. Everyone in that band inadvertently says how shitty Vince Neil is at singing in that thing. It starts with Nikki Sixx. He's like, yeah, we saw him. He's like, yeah, I didn't think he could sing all that good, but he shook his hips and all them girls were singing, so we knew we needed him.
No, he's a performer. Not much. But the thing is that you don't really do that now either. But yeah, at the time, he was perfect for that time. Like he was born and in the world at the perfect time to become what he became.
Yes.
I don't think he can do that today.
I mean, people like dad bods. He's just like really run down dad bod. Really run down.
Yeah, but it's like the rock band genre as a whole is just not what it was. Like that hair rock part of life was its own thing. It was its own thing.
Do you think there's anything sadder than like the rock band like guys that still hold on to the old rock band, like not just like the look, like you're still kind of like holding, like Alice Cooper. When Alice Cooper goes out, he's not dressed like Alice Cooper. He dresses like a normal man.
Sure.
Vince Neil, when he goes out, he's still dressing up as Vince Neil.
Yeah, there's I mean, I think I follow Nikki Sixx on Instagram. He still looks because he still has the long hair and all that.
Yeah, he's got the look still.
You can't really hide from that. It's crazy too, because if you go to see Def Leppard now, they're all very like they just look like rich older men. They've all evolved to a different vibe. So it's kind of funny to me, but yeah, it's what's worse is one that never was a rock star and is still holding on to that.
Oh my God, I'm glad you said. So there's a famous guy in the west side of LA. Yeah, I don't know how to describe. He's this blonde dude who always wears a fedora hat, long blonde hair, and he always wears leather gloves. And anytime there's like a karaoke night, he pops around at random karaoke nights. And what his claim to fame is, he always claims that he was the original member and lead singer of Motley Crue, of which I've heard him sing. And I'm like, I guess there's a reason you were replaced by Vince Neil because this ain't it. But he still rocks that. Like, I don't know if I have confirmed it, but he like everybody. I've seen this guy like 25 times in the last 10 years, and he's really playing the role hard. It's weird.
Like, original singer of Motley Crue. No, Vince Neil was the original.
I mean, he was the original singer, but like they had members before that, before they hit it big. By the way, this is a good one. Joanna in Arizona. David Lee Roth can't sing, but far better on Van Halen than Hagar. I disagree with that second part. I think Van Halen is supremely better with Sammy Hagar because it is a singer who can sing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Is his name Greg Leon?
It might be.
Glendale, California. Is he 60?
That sounds about right. Yeah, it sounds about right.
No, now I'm going to be obsessed with finding this man. I thought you were
the pride of
Goldstein.
No, the pride of Canoga Park.
Although no, this guy's hair, unless it's white now, but it doesn't appear to be. He had some long ass hair, friend. Long ass hair.
Couldn't get enough of it. Couldn't get enough of it. Hey, Michelle, I got a question for you. I watched the Lakers yesterday beat up on the Knicks a little bit, and I enjoyed that thoroughly. You know what I also was very intrigued by? The no LeBron and how much better this team seemingly is without him. And also, I can't get over the fact that he missed the game yesterday, and wait for it, for arthritis.
Trust me, when I had to say those words out loud this morning, I was like, and the three guys on the show who are all in their 30s started giggling. I was like, Listen, bitches, it's coming
It's
for all
coming.
of you. So you need to stop giggling like babies right now. But I gotta be honest, it was weird to say that
Mhm.
the pregame arthritis, it's really hard for me to say sometimes, treatment that he had did not take. I was like, what? Also, he was in Vegas for like 16 or 14 hours over the weekend, which I didn't know that until about an hour ago. So I'm like, does that play into this somehow? Oh well, I guess we'll never know because Tom Brady posted a picture with him from all that UFC shit that was happening. But anywho, look, Boogie Cousins this morning kind of said it best, right? My feelings for LeBron James are not a secret. However, there is an uncomfortableness that I find myself feeling about, like, sort of, as Boogie put it, devaluing LeBron James. Like, we get it. This Lakers chapter's done, right? I don't know
Mhm.
that any of us think he's staying next year. It feels like that's run its course. The fans, whether you look on social media or talk to fans that are Lakers fans, they're over it. Like, they don't want him here anymore. So it just sort of feels like we're just kind of playing out the rest of these days. But look, they have a lot of stuff to do this summer. And not only do they have a lot of stuff to do, they have to get it done. Like, you
Mhm.
made some moves with the idea that you're building towards the future. You're going to seemingly, by all accounts, pay Austin Reeves, which I don't know that Austin Reeves and Luca together are necessarily a formula for a great success. So it's whatever else that you guys do in the meantime. But look, they've won 2 games without him. We know they started the season without him and had a winning record well above 500. It's a weird place to be if you're LeBron James, I'm sure.
And again, I know I'm talking about this because one, they're the Lakers, and two, I am a Laker fan. But
Exactly.
it also feels like this is all just a waste of time, anyways. It's like I know everyone wants to point at LeBron. It's like, yeah, this LeBron era, they can't do it without him. It doesn't matter. The Spurs and Thunder are so much better, anyways. Like everybody's
Mhm.
going to be just limping into these playoffs.
I know. I want them to be healthy. The Nuggets are finding themselves in a bizarro world situation in the 6th spot. Like,
Mhm.
what's this going to be? Other than that, like 1 and 2 are obviously where they're going to be. I don't think that mathematically people are catching them or could even. But 3 through 6 is crazy. Then you got Suns, Warriors, Clippers, Trailblazers. Like, it's Clippers play the Knicks tonight, which will be interesting on a back to back for
Mhm.
New York. I don't know. I think New York got here a couple days before that Lakers game, so they might have just Los Angeles themselves into a stupor.
They
But they
look
didn't
like
look.
shit.
Yeah, they didn't look great. Like, it was an unwatchable game after a certain point. I was just like, I'm over it. What, doing something else? So
And by the way, I wasn't even that impressed by the Lakers in the first half. We had a 5-point lead in the first half. And I know everyone's like, man, Luka doing it again. I'm like, I just watched Luka do 3 straight turnovers and have absolutely no remorse for it. I get that he's putting up 35 a night, but Jesus, it's like a handoff play to the defense.
I learned a stat today about Luca, a positive stat that surprised me. He is 6th in the league, tied for in taking charges.
Really?
I would have lost that bet 100 times out of 100. Yeah, I was shocked. That list popped up in front of me, and I was like, he's tied, I think, with Jalen with an I Williams from OKC at like 14 or something. Yeah,
Well, then,
I
you know
know.
what? I guess he kind of plays defense. Well, kind
He plays better defense at times, but it's not consistent and it's still not a strength. Like, I think that's how
of.
you could sum up Luka Doncic on the defensive side. It's better, but it's still not awesome.
Switching away from basketball real quick. Listen, I know we've talked about this a little bit, and I don't care what athletes are dating or trying to date anyone, but
Oh,
can we talk about Puka? Because Puka
he is.
Nacua is this dude's leading not just the NFL, he's leading all of sports in horniness right now. This guy is on a serious. I don't know if it's going well for him because it seems like a lot of first dates, but in the last 2 weeks, he has tried going out with Charlotte Flair, Sydney Sweeney, two separate fitness influencers, one of which what last Friday they said was like an official thing until, of course, Megan Fox puts out a thing, and then he tries to slide into Megan Fox's DMs. We already saw the now debunked relationship between Joe Burrow and why am I forgetting her name? Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Perhaps Jessica Alba's the next DMs he's going to slide into. Like, this guy is. What do you think of that as a woman? A dude that is just constantly sliding into everybody's DMs. Is that a thing?
I mean,
Like,
he's
does that make
24.
him less attractive?
Well, I was never going to sleep with him anyway, so it doesn't bother me.
I wasn't suggesting it, but okay.
It's no, but I'm saying like I feel like if the only people that would either be affected by him, his way of doing things would be people who are potentially going to want to hang out with him in that way. He's 24 years old. He's cute. He's rich. You know, sometimes when you do this too much, it will catch up with you. I think he also has been like either he's just a rowdy dude or he's a little intoxicated a bunch in public lately, and I feel like that
Mhm.
also might be a thing. That would get him in trouble before any of this other stuff. Like
Yeah.
if you're Sean McVay, you're gonna be like, "Hey, let's bring it down a notch or two," more than whether or not you sleep with a different person every day. Like, if you do it, you do it, but sliding into the DMs, baby, it's where it's at. It's where it's at.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was at UFC over the weekend, and he was crazy in the audience, so I don't know what he's doing. But he's
Dude, I'm just
living.
saying, Rams need to Rams need to get him a handler. I just honestly think the
What do
Rams
you
need.
but how do you like, what are you gonna take his phone away from him?
I don't know. Like, what did the Texas Rangers do with Josh Hamilton for all those years where they kept him sane for a short time? Like, just get somebody to follow him around and like hold his phone for him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Josh Hamilton, that was a different time too. Like you are literally, if you're Puka Nakua, you're 24, you're rich, you live in Los Angeles, right? Like you're a pretty kid. The world is legitimately your oyster. Like all he probably does in these DMs is either says something really dumb and not even bright, or like I've learned from my friends, professional athletes, they just send the two eyeball emojis. And if a girl is open and willing, she'll literally respond to that, which is bare minimum at best. So yeah, like you don't have to do much
So
to get people
lazy.
to do it. It's
That's all.
100% lazy. 100%. I don't think he's looking to get married anytime soon, it feels like. Didn't he have a relationship a minute ago and then break up or something? I could have
I
sworn that
can't.
was a
I
Puka
can't
Nacua
keep
story.
up with it. There's a new photo with a new starlet each day now. It's crazy. He's
It's
like on
out
a
of control.
He's like on a Colin Farrell 2002 run. Like we're
He
talking
is.
that type of run.
He's like on a Chandler Parsons before Chandler got married run. Like Chandler Parsons when he was a young man in this league. Let's not get it twisted. OG.
Like we're really like Jeter-esque.
Yeah, like yes.
Wow.
Yes. And not necessarily public with all of it. So that's the other thing. It's like, unfortunately for Puka, it seems we're getting a lot of this information. I'm not even sure how. Like, why do we know that he's sliding into DMs?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who's telling us?
I mean, we got the photo of this DM, so either he posted it or Megan Fox did.
That's crazy to me. Can you imagine what Megan Fox's DMs even look like?
I can't even.
Or
fucking
Sydney Sweeney
imagine.
or whoever. Oh,
I
it's
can
crazy.
honestly not even imagine. I was told this yesterday because like it's interesting. I was told by this guy yesterday, a friend of mine. He was telling me about the dating life, and this guy's like in his late 40s, early 50s, decent looking guy, good looking guy, nice guy. But he was telling me about dating and how horrible he hates dating in LA, yada 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 yada. So he changed his profile to just a photo of him at his friend's house on the beach and him driving a Ferrari, not his Ferrari. All he did was add those two photos. He's like, dude, it's been hundreds of girls swiping right on me. I'm like, really? That's all you did? You don't have a Ferrari or a beach house. He's like, it doesn't matter. I just
It will
lied.
matter when she goes, are we going to your beach house later? That will matter. It's like,
Oh, well, he told me the greatest thing about the Ferrari. Well, what do you do when you can't pick him up in a Ferrari? It's in the shop. It's always in the shop.
it's in the shop. So he's not dating to find a long-term person. He's just like having fun.
I
'Cause
wish I
eventually you
knew
gotta
the
be like,
answer
I
to
never
that.
had a Ferrari.
Well, it'd be great if you like, so where is the Ferrari after like 10 dates? You're like, all right, we need to sit down and have a conversation.
I sold the Ferrari. You just say you sold it.
Sold the Ferrari. Oh,
I
for how
sold the Ferrari.
much? It was damaged. So like,
No
three
girl's gonna
grand.
ask for how unless she's a car person, which that is also very possible. But yeah, no, it's look, we're all wired different. Some people are affected by those photos. Some aren't.
Mhm.
It's an interesting time to be alive, ladies and gents.
Well, in the same respect, Michelle. Dak, as you saw all the jokes yesterday, got a
Dude,
little
what
too close.
happened?
Got a little too close to that ring for comfort.
But he didn't call it off. She did.
Apparently, and this is what's being written and reviewed today. Apparently,
Okay.
she was on her bachelorette party when this like all like blew up.
But no, their bachelorette party was together.
Oh, apparently on the
Yes.
yacht is where it all like really blew up. Apparently,
So he didn't have the bachelor party. She's having her bachelorette party, and they're all doing it together in the Bahamas. That's
yes.
the backdrop.
apparently this was all over, and I want your opinion, all over the prenup. This was entirely money oriented. This was entirely about a prenup. And I guess I understand it because I've seen both sides of this.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts of the prenup thing and the non-prenup thing?
I mean, they got 2 kids together, but here's the beautiful thing about a prenup. So you already have the 2 kids, right? So that will be a written in part of any prenup that I'm assuming Dak Prescott put for her. I've said everyone should always have a prenup. Like everyone. I don't care if you make $30,000
I
a
agree.
year, and I don't care if you make $30 billion a year. Like it's to take all the romance out of it for a split second, it is a business decision in some way. It's like there's a contract between 2 people. Vows are a verbal contract, basically, that most people do not adhere to. Now I have it in writing. And also the argument of, well, if you think we're going to break up, that's the only reason I have a prenup. No, look, I pay $1 gazillion in health insurance, in car insurance, in my homeowner's insurance, not because I plan on having a fire or a car wreck or cancer tomorrow, but I'm sure going to be backed up and protected as well as I can be. Although I feel funny saying that about health insurance, given the last 2 weeks that I've been dealing with them, because that stuff's a scam. But that
Yeah, it
being
is.
said, like we don't pay for car insurance and then go out and get in a wreck on purpose. But if it happens, I'm covered. That's all it is. And I don't know Dak Prescott. I have to assume that having 2 children with this woman would make that prenup look very safe in a way that those kids will always be looked after, and that she would be. You just don't know. It's it's naive to go into a marriage in the year 2026 and truly believe that you somehow are the exception to the math. Like,
Mhm.
come on. We wish you well, but please be realists about it. And I just, hey, girl, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. She's
Mm.
also she could be strategering very hard right now, because to
This is
publicly call this thing off a month before the wedding, which is in Italy, so you know this thing's not cheap. Like, ooh, it's nice
Listen,
prestige.
of the 2 people that are currently on this screen that has been married and divorced, and I did not have a prenup, I will admit I got away with it. Like somehow that could have been way more awful than it actually was, and it was awful, make no mistake. But I got kind of lucky that I'd like, God, can you imagine if I hit it big, like really hit it
That's
big,
what I'm
like while I was
saying.
married, it would like, I'd probably still be going through a divorce right now.
Because by the way, it's a two-way street. Like in this
Mhm.
particular case, the man, I'm assuming, is the who wanted the prenup. She says no, right?
Mhm.
So she's saying, she's coming from a mindset of, whoa, well, you think you're going to break up, then why even get married? But he's also a professional athlete making hundreds of millions of dollars when it's all said and done. Look, I love you, babe. I love our children. I love everything we're doing together, and I can't wait to build a life with you. But somewhere in my brain, I also know how many of my brothers in this business, my comrades, my friends, have been taken to the cleaners. I
Mhm.
can't go into this completely stupid. So let me just have the 1% of my brain shut down by just signing this goddamn piece of paper. Like, I will never, ever understand the anti prenup community unless, and forgive me, you have ulterior motives. Because that's what I start to think when you're so hung up on it. And that's unfortunate, because I'm trying to be a feminist and it's really hard.
I I'll tell you what I was told. And listen, when you're getting into it, you kind of, I understand every side. You're right. Like I can't stress this enough. It's a business decision.
Sure.
You need the paperwork. But sometimes when you're getting close to that date and they say, "Yo, you don't trust me. We're starting our marriage without trust." I know it's a manipulative tactic, but it can work. I'm living proof.
I mean, it's crazy that it's like a month out. Like they've been together
It
for
is.
a while. This is the first that the prenup's coming up. Or did she always know he wanted a prenup, but somehow something in the prenup was a hang up? Like
Mm.
that could be interesting too. But you can make a prenup whatever you want. You put cheat clauses in it. You put all kinds of goodies in there to, make it feel less scary. But I don't know if he surprised her with something during the bachelorette party, but a month out from an Italian destination wedding. All right.
Wild. Absolutely
Yeah.
wild.
Let me ask you this. Do
Yeah.
you think they get back together before the wedding? You think they've actually
Mm.
like sent out uninvites already?
No, you know what? I could see them getting back together. I can see them getting back together. The thing is, the problem is, and this is what's really just the truth. The fact that it is so public Dude, that's
That's
brutal.
tough.
Like
It's tough.
I've gone out of my way my last couple of relationships to like keep it completely out of social media. I don't want people knowing about my stuff anymore. That's not their business. And
It's not.
like I try very hard to keep those things separate now. But the
He can't
fact
do
that it
that.
is so public, dude, just that ain't it.
No, it makes it worse because now you're going to be like, well, let's say they do get back together. Like, well, who caved? Why? What they cave on? It's just a lot of ego.
Yeah, and now
bullshit.
we're all gonna know and be asking, like, dude, it's just it's doomed. It's fucking doomed.
It sucks though that there are two real. I think it's 2 years and 10 and one that's 10 months, like two babies
Mm-hmm.
basically involved in all this. You're like, ugh, for God's sakes.
Yeah, it's brutal. Michelle, we do have a March Madness starting, and my only question for you is this: very simple. Is this still the best tournament? And the reason I'm asking that is because we've been surrounded by a lot of we're in the WBC right now, which is awesome. We just got done with the Olympics, which were awesome. Is March Madness still kind of the pinnacle of tournaments? Because I'm starting to worry they're going to expand the teams out of 64 to more, and I don't want it. I want it just this. It's perfect.
I don't want it either. Although, the argument as it gets, if they expand or when they expand, because I think we all agree that the first week of games, that 4-day window of just boom, 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 elimination is fun. And if you're just going to have more of that, because it sort of starts, I'm not saying I don't watch as it gets closer to the championship, but it certainly becomes more and more competitive in a different way. It's not quite as exciting because now you're just sort of cream rises, but it's still the best. I mean, I don't think there's a better format, a better maker of exciting moments than the way this tournament plays out. I mean, year in, year out, think about it. Yeah, you're going to have your blue bloods in there and that's fine. But then there's always these fun stories and we all sort of grip onto these teams we've never even heard of. We don't know a single player on the team and we all just become super fans of it for, 3 days. We're all about it. So I think it's the most exciting tournament in existence until I'm proven otherwise.
Well, I agree with you, and I just want them to keep it the way it is. I'm with you. Those first 4 days of March Madness, you can't beat it. It's just that good.
Our brackets are busted. It's fun. It's fun.
Oh, everyone pretends they're a fucking expert, like they've been watching all season, and I know none of you have. None of you have.
I do have a friend that does college basketball year round, as a job. And I was like, how does it feel knowing that you've just spent hours and hours and hours and hours, hundreds of hours on college basketball? And I'm going to fill out a bracket with zero knowledge of anything. And I'm probably going to beat your bracket.
Michelle, we were at a radio station where every dipshit there pretended that they watched all these fucking games. None of them know what they're talking about. Oh, yeah, I've been watching St. Mary's all year. No, you fucking haven't. Shut up.
You haven't. Unless you're John Rothstein. John Rothstein's he's the only person I know who's in a bubble of college basketball, even when it's not even on. That's probably the only person I trust completely. Jay Billis. There's 4 dudes that have watched every single game. That's it.
Michelle, last year, I think I finished 4th in our March Madness Mad Dog bracket. I abba-dabba it. I did it like the SATs. Just I just blind did it. I'd fuck this shit. I got bored after picking 10 games. And I
just
finished
go by
4th.
geography. I just feel it. Fill it out.
Michelle, what do you say we go ahead and do some shiggles? I got something really fun for you today. Michelle, we're in the midst of an era in the NBA, and I didn't realize what the era truly was. I thought we were going through this new we're getting rid of the old guys. We're kind of moving on from the KDs and LeBrons. We're moving into this new generation, but it turns out I've been wrong all along. It's not the new generation. This era has a name, and I believe it's called the Jalen era.
Way too many Jalens in the NBA. Went to sleep and it was 10 Jalens in the NBA. Woke up and now it's 30 Jalens in the NBA. We got Jalen Smith on the Bulls and Jalen with a Y playing for the Timberwolves. Think it's a joke, but I'm actually earnest. Tell the truth, that ain't even really scratching the surface. Cause there's 607 players on the court playing. 16 teams got a player named Jalen. And it's really 2 Jalens on 3 teams. That's gotta be 50% of the league. In the crib trying to figure what it all really means. I know their mama raised them like my son is my king. And I could probably recognize them all by facial. And I wouldn't be surprised if they was all biracial. Look, why so many Jaylens in the NBA? I think it's way too many Jaylens in the NBA. Went to
Way
sleep
too
and it was
many.
30 Jaylens in the NBA. Woke up and now it's 80 Jaylens in the NBA. On the Lakers, Wilson on the Nets, Jalen Smith is on the Pacers. Can't forget Jalen Duren is on the Pistons. Another Jalen out of Sacramento where the Kings is. Bridges, Harris, Williams on the Thunder. About to place bets on where the next one finna come from. My money on New York to Chicago, cities with the most white baby mamas far as I know. And the NFL is even more insane, dude. You ever seen Jalen Hurts and Speedy in the same room? Next draft, more Jalen's in the fold. And it's all thanks to the legendary Jalen Rose. But it's already way too many Jalen's in the NBA. Why so many Jalen's in the NBA? Went to sleep, 600 Jalen's in the NBA. Not a whole league is Jalen in the NBA.
Why do we have so many Jalen's in the NBA?
Brilliant. It's brilliant. It's so good. First of all, the song itself is like it's
kind of a jam.
fantastic. Like,
It's kind of a jam.
it slaps. It is because of Jalen Rose, by the way. Jalen is the first Jalen, which I always thought was great. When he told me that, I was like, that can't even be possible. I was like, no, it's a historic fact. You know how it is. Like you hear a name, like somebody heard Jalen's name, parents, and they were like, I kind of love that name, or maybe they love Jalen Rose. Now we're a couple generations into it, I guess. So it's happening. But yeah, there are a lot of Jalen's. So much so that Chandler the other day put the question out there, was like, could you do an all Jalen team, and where would they finish in each conference? And
Probably
honestly,
pretty good now. I think about it.
pretty freaking good. Like it was legitimately a conversation. Like, holy shit, would I take Team Jalen? I might.
Dude. What if Wemby changed his first name to Jalen? Jalen Wembenyama?
I mean, Jalen Wemby, that would be hilarious. If he has a kid and he names it Jalen, and it turns out to be like just like Wemby.
Yeah, it's like a real Dragon Ball Z thing. Like that's like too much power in one living being.
I love him so much. I love Victor Wembanyama. Him being emotional the other night after coming back from 25 points down.
Amazing.
You know you are respected at a level that most guys work their entire careers to even sort of get. But you know you're highly respected when the world didn't mock that reaction. They actually were like, this is why Wemby's great for the league. Like, I can't tell you how many people I follow that are in the business, write about the business, like have been covering it for 2 decades. They were all like, this is what we need. We need more of this. A game in March, a regular season game that he got emotional over. It was just
awesome.
Just kiss. By the way, they play the Celtics tomorrow at home. So that's
a game.
That's a must-see game. They have a stretch. Then they play Denver on third. Like they've got a little stretch coming up. But yeah, I don't even know how I got here. Oh, it's my shiggle. my shiggle is I love Victor Wembanyama.
Nailed it. Nailed that shit.
That's just a fact I say every day 1,000 times. Okay, so we started the show talking about daylight saving time and how it really does affect some people more than others. And there's fact to that. So if you're a night owl, you are 1,000% more wrecked by this. I'm not. I am an early riser. Just takes me a couple days. I'm fine. But a night owl takes over a week, sometimes longer, depending on how much of a night owl you actually are. And so you get bigger mood disturbances. It impacts your performance more, like at work, what have you, more sleepiness. Obviously, that goes without saying. So yeah, you guys are screwed. But in general, it takes people a couple days. Like the mood stuff is real. I think people genuine. I mean, how many people are just bitching and whining about the day itself? Like, oh, it lives an hour. It's so stupid. Like it
is stupid. No. Michelle, we are right. This is stupid.
But my circadian rhythm, because I am an early riser, won't be affected as long as a night owl. So I feel for the night owls. It sucks to be you.
Change your ways, become an early riser, and this won't be a problem.
Just come join the 4 a.m. club with me. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious, guys. Let's go ahead and reflect. Reflections. Well, Michelle, what are you reflecting on today?
Well, hold on. I just saw someone say something about. Oh God, did I lose it already?
Jalen
Somebody.
Rose and Chris Webber.
No, 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 no. It was about the show I recommended, Gangs of. Yes,
Oh, Gangs of London.
yes. But thanking me for the Gangs of London recommendation. It makes me happy that someone watched it because I think it's that good. And then I'd like to return the favor. My reflection is somebody last week said try Mobland, which I did. There's
With
one
Pierce
season out
Brosnan,
now.
right?
Pierce Brosnan, Helen
Yeah.
Mirren, Tom Hardy.
Jesus,
Like
what a
it's a
cast.
pretty stacked cast. Then there is a season 2 coming, which I was happy to find out because I was like, when you finish a season of something, you're like, that's it. That can't be it. No, it is coming. Helen Mirren might be the worst person ever in this show, and so it's I'd like to just thank somebody who I forgot who did it. Forgive me, but it was recommended in the chat last week.
My reflection is this. You and I last week talked about the SAG Awards and how we're we're
Yes.
coming up to an upcoming Oscars, and I'm looking forward, especially when you and I get to talk about post-Oscar show. That's gonna be. I'm pretty sure that entire Monday show is only gonna be about the Oscars.
Mhm.
And I do have a problem in that I have not seen all of the nominated films. I'm going to try to change that this week. I'm legitimately
Okay.
going to try and watch every single nominated film this week. That's my goal this week.
Okay.
Um,
You can do
but
it.
but something happened last week after Michael B. Jordan won that award, Best Actor, at the SAG Awards. That really kind of irked me a little bit, and it was a lot of headlines, specifically. And I don't know if it was from the Post or it was from like one of these places where it said Michael B. Jordan is coming for Timmy Chalamet's Oscar.
Wait, oh what?
What?
Hold on.
In what, the ping pong movie? Like, this is, you guys think this is Timothy Chalamet's like Citizen Kane?
Wait, why do they? First of all, that I can't. Look, I had plenty of time to watch. I can't bring myself to want to watch that movie.
Me
Like,
neither. I
just-
hate the directors and the director's brothers movies. I don't. It looks like it's just going to be.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah,
It's just
but with
like-
ping pong, like who fucking cares?
Yeah, that is a hell of an. It's a clickbait headline for sure.
Big time.
I mean, it's if they've already given it to. Well, why hasn't Timothy won shit yet? Has he? I mean, he hasn't won it. In all
No,
the,
not really.
The build-up award shows. So
No, the BAFTA went to the kid who wasn't nominated for any awards over here. The one that won for the Tourette syndrome movie. He won it
Oh.
over there. The SAG Awards went over to Sinners and went to Michael B.
Yeah.
Jordan. I don't even remember what the Globes went to, but
I don't think-
maybe that went to Chalamet. I don't care. It ain't Chalamet's Oscar. How about that? Chalamet's never won an Oscar, so really, it's pretty up in the air, if you ask me.
I mean, you're gonna have to watch Marty Supreme, dude. If this is your
I'm
goal this
gonna
week.
have to. I'm gonna have
Look,
to.
people are saying Scott is saying that Marty Supreme's great. Maybe it is. I don't know. Timothy Chalamet's in some hot water talking about ballet and opera over the weekend.
Yeah, dude.
so.
By the way, that was weird too. Why is he going off? And he's like, yeah, these are dead art forms. The movie industry is just fucking killing it right now.
I don't know, but don't get me wrong. It gave us the opera and ballet world's clapbacks, and I'm here for that. I'm here for all of it. It's been a joy to watch it all come out.
Would be smart of him to star in like a ballet movie going forward. Although
Maybe he is. Maybe he's smarter than all of us, and it's exactly
Maybe.
what he's going to do. But
Maybe.
talk about the training you need for that. Good Lord.
Well, Michelle, as always, this was an absolute blast. I love cutting it up with you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday. Guys, those of you that don't know, Michelle will be back here on Wednesday at
That's
noon.
true.
A phenomenal Michelle Beadle Wednesday. And of course, like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcast. We do know that we've missed out on a couple of podcasts that have not been posted as of yet. That is being fixed today. We will make sure that is taken care of today. And also make sure you like, share, and subscribe right here on YouTube. And of course, stay abreast to all of our social medias as we post clips throughout the day. And we will be back here throughout the week. Tomorrow, it's a Tyrone Johnson Tuesday. And then, of course, a Michelle Beadle Wednesday, which is always our favorite Wednesdays. Michelle, have a great rest of your day, man.
As always, R.I.P. Still get